Welcome to my channel. So in this video I will explain most important JavaScript intro questions and answers. These are the JavaScript questions that are being asked in the interview very frequently. But why you should listen to me? Because as you can see my profile, I have more than 10 years of experience in JavaScript, and I have taken more than 100 interviews of JavaScript. So I know what a interviewer is looking for when he takes very famous interview question and very important topic in JavaScript, that is called prototype. Okay, you must have heard this prototype word in the JavaScript. So basically, what is prototype? Prototype is a way of chaining the property and methods from one object to another object. Okay, so basically it creates using prototype we can create a chain from a parent object to child object, and so on. Like we can chain all the properties of parent and child objects, properties and methods. So let me give you example. And using this prototype we can implement inheritance also in JavaScript, because as you know, JavaScript doesn't support the direct inheritance like normal other languages. So we have to use prototype chain to imitate inheritance in JavaScript. So let me give you the example. Just assume you have some array. This is my array. Okay, so as you know, this array is a object of array class. Basically there is a class array. This is the array class in JavaScript, right? So all the arrays you are creating are the by default are the instance of this array object. Okay, that's why you get all the array related methods like push, right, and reduce, map, and everything. So all the methods by default you get from this array class, because this array this array is a instance of this array class. Okay, so if I want to enhance this okay, let's say it my array. So there is no confusion, my array. Okay, and this is array. Okay, so this my array is a instance of this array class. Basically that's why it can access all the methods and properties of this array class. Okay, so but we want to we want to add some method or some property in the array, this array class, so that it can be received by all the instance of this class. So let me add, so array dot prototype, because we will add any new property like say hello. Okay, then we will use arrow function or any function, normal function also you can use function, and it will just console dot log hello. Okay, so now we have created a new method say hello, and we have attached this method in the prototype of array. Okay, this is a new method we have created. This is function, and we have given the name say hello to this new function, and then assign that new function to array prototype. Okay, so this is the example for it. Okay, so now if I access my array dot say, now you can see say hello is available for this, and I can directly call this say hello. And if so we have added prototype say hello into this array class. So if I create a new array, just assume I created a let another array, anything it can be. Okay, just assume this is the array, then another array will also have that method, another array dot say hello, right? Say hello is available for this also. So if you attach something in the prototype of an object, so that new method or new property will be available for all the children of that object. So because these new arrays, my array and another array, are the prototype children of this array, basically instance of this array class. So this is this new say hello is available to all the uh, uh, all the uh, all the arrays, also new created arrays, right? So I hope you got the idea of a prototype. But if you have some confusion, or if you want a dedicated video on prototype only, then you can comment, write down in the comment, and I will create a separate video to explaining the prototype only in JavaScript in detail, basically. Okay, so let's move to another question then. Next important topic is promise in JavaScript. So promise is a way to handle asynchronous task in JavaScript, because we know JavaScript is a synchronous language, and it interpret all the code one by one, like line by line. Some tasks need some time to get executed. They are in the pending state. So in those cases, we use promises, like some http download or file download or something. So in that case, we can use a promise. So earlier we were using callbacks for this scenario. But because just assume some scenario, there are lots of callback and they are dependent to each other. So there was a situation that was called callback hell. Okay, so callback hell was a situation when one was dependent callback method was dependent to another callback method, and then this situation goes on. So there is a callback hell. So very complex code was there, so that was not easy to understand for the developer, and that was not readable also. That is called callback hell. So promises was introduced to remove that callback hell problem basically. So if some interviewer asks you about callback hell, then you have to explain callback hell also. Then you have to give the solution as promise. And otherwise, if he can directly ask you the promise. So is a promise is a constructor which provide you the way to handle asynchronous task in JavaScript basically. But if you promise have three states, like pending state, fulfill, and rejection state. But if you want a detailed video using promises, so you can write down in the comment, and I will create a separate video which fully explain promises and callback hell, and then async await also. So in that video I will cover all the asynchronous way to handling the JavaScript task. Okay, so you can write down in the comments. So let's move to next topic then. Topic is data types in JavaScript. Okay, so every developer should be aware about the data types in JavaScript. Data types are basically building blocks of any language, and in case if you are going for the JavaScript interview, you should be aware about all the data types. So there are two types of data types in JavaScript. One is primitive data types, another one is non-primitive data types. So or complex data type also. So you can read about this on the internet. This is very simple. And so in this context, interviewer can ask you about ask you stored by value versus stored by reference. Okay, so stored by reference and stored by value. So he can ask you what is the difference between stored by reference and stored by value. It means he want to know, he want to check your data types knowledge. Okay, in JavaScript basically primitive data types are stored by value, and non-primitive or complex data type are stored by reference. So you have to give the explanation, and you can also give the example. But if you want a detailed video on this topic also, I will give you that video. Just write it down in the comments. Okay, let's move to another topic then. Topic is closure in JavaScript. Spelling I am not sure. Okay, so in the case of closure, basically closure are the functions basically which are getting executed inside the context of another function. Just let me give you example. This is the function abc. Okay, now there is another function pqr inside it. Okay, so this is function inside the function is the closure basically. So if you have let a equals to 20, so you can access this inside here also, inside pqr also. So you can use a here. A is available, as you can see, and you can do anything. You can update a, and anything you can do. Okay, so it means the methods and the properties, like methods and the variables of outer function is available inside the inner function also. This is called closure. And okay, so if you want a detailed video on this, I will give you the video. Just write down in the comments. Let's move to another topic. You can